Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back for another episode of the Bean Dip Podcast. I just closed my fucking window. We're gonna get enough echo in here as it is. I have a little bit more stuff in my room now. Last time I think I still had the cot. Now I have this little dresser, this mini little dresser that has a bunch of little random stuff on top. My weed stuff in the middle, and it's like my sock and underwear drawer beneath. And I just have a bunch of CDs and video games lying around. A record player and some comic books, my guitars. I have no furniture. I have no fucking furniture right now. I literally have only been here for like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. It's been great. I love North Hollywood. Makes it a lot easier to get around, especially with work. Fuck yeah, man. How you guys doing, bro? Fuck yeah, dude. Glad to be back. I've been busy. I've been fucked up too. A lot of things have went down. I recently got a second job. Hell yeah, definitely not gonna tell you guys where exactly, but I got a recent cool little like part-time job that's gonna be cool. Up in North Hollywood, walking distance. Rhymes with Mersey Jikes. Yeah, let's see you guys get that. But yeah, recently hired. I'm pretty excited about that. It's gonna make it easier to, make the rent and shit. And they're good hours, dude. 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can't beat that. It's not gonna get in the way of, whatever I do at night. So pretty happy about that. Dude, I got fucked up, right? I got super sick recently. And mind you, I haven't been drinking at all this month. I don't know if I've talked about this already or what, but I haven't been drinking. It is the 22nd right now, so I have like 23 days no alcohol, right? Because I started on whatever the last day of last month was, 30th, 31st, I don't fucking know. But yeah, 23 days, dude, and it's cool, man. I mean, I'm sure my body's like, kind of like being rejuvenated a little bit. You know what I mean? Like one of the homies was like, "Bro, you can't just stop drinking and then go back. You're gonna get fucked up the first time you drink again." And look, maybe that's true, but also the first day going back to drinking, of course, the first day I want to get drunk. It's gonna be New Year's, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna have some fucking drinks, dude. But mind you, like this whole process of me trying to be sober, it was more of like a way to tell myself, like, hey, you can do this. It's easier than you think. You don't really need alcohol, you know? So it's a first step into the right direction, which eventually, I want to possibly not drink ever. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know some people say occasionally when they were, but I don't even want to be on the occasional. You know what I mean? It's got to be like a super rare occasion where I have some drinks. You know what I mean? That's where I want to get to eventually. You know what I mean? So I think as soon as I get back onto like, being regular again, I do want to wean myself less and less off of liquor, because, I was a big beer drinker. That's what I fucking indulged in a lot in before. And then, it was starting to get that dad bod, dude. Dude, getting a dad bod at 25 it's not a good look, bro. You're drinking too much. At least you're drinking beer too much, right? And so then I started drinking liquor more, and liquor is cool, but dude, it fucks you up. You know what I mean? You get there quicker, So Yeah, I think what I'm gonna be doing for the rest of the year is like the first drink, the main drink that I go towards is just gonna be wine. You know, this will probably be the order: wine, tequila, and then beer. Right. So majority I'll be drinking wine. If I decide I want something a little stronger, I have this new go to, right? I'm no longer doing Jack with a splash of Coke, a couple splashes of Coke. It just feels too sugary still, right? It just feels like, you know, it's not helping out my pre-diabetic shit, right? I don't know if I am pre-diabetic, but you just never know, right? So I think I'm gonna like tweak it out a little bit where it's just tequila and a splash of cranberry. Now I know juice usually has the same amount of sugar as soda does, but I don't know if tequila is the same, has this, I don't know. I don't really know the what the fuck, but it just seems like it's headed in the right direction. And then like let's just say worst case scenario, I'm not even trying to get buzzed. I'm not really trying to drink a lot, but just to have something in my hand till, whatever, that's when I have a beer, right? Just like, yeah, let me just have this and probably just gonna sip on it the whole way. Dude, I don't know, man. I wish I could drink like I used to, but I can feel my body just like it's just not with it no more. You know what I mean? I used to, bro, you could just get fucked up and just bounce right back up. You know what I mean? It didn't mean shit. Now it's like I could literally feel it slow me down for like the next 3 days. My eating is off. The eating habits go fucking all fucked up. You're kind of tired more often. So I don't know. I kind of dig being sober more often. Um, but yeah, so 23 days, we're almost there. We're almost at the end of the month. We'll have a nice celebration. Um, what else has been? Yeah, dude, I got fucking sick, dude. Right, so I was like, when I was living with my parents, right, I was going through this cough. I don't know if it was a COVID cough, but I had it for like a month, right? And as it was starting to go away, it's starting to go away. I somehow come down with this crazy flu symptom. My bones were aching, right? I was fucked up. Like I was bedridden. Dude, being that fucking sick is like, bro, I'm gonna let myself die. Just put a goddamn IV in me or something because I can't eat. I literally can't. Just fucking put a tube down my fucking esophagus and push peanut butter into my gut because I couldn't do anything, dude. I was bedridden. And look, I don't think it had anything to do with the fucking with the cough, right? Because that shit was going away, right? It was like pretty much like gone, Like I still had a little bit of something, but it was gone. What I think it may have been was food poisoning. Um, I had made some spaghetti one night, and here's the thing, ladies, especially if you're going to a dude's pad and it's a bachelor's pad, right? Just be careful of the contents in their fucking fridge. You have no idea how old shit is in there, right? Like I think the last episode I was talking to you guys about, like I was eating like 3-year-old fucking edible candy, and I was getting high as hell off of it, right? So imagine there's 3-year-old edible candy in there, right? And what makes you think there's other things that are in there that are not this. They're all the same. Nobody looks in that fridge. The fridge is for decorations, right? Let's just put stuff in there to make it look like someone lives in here. So I think what happened was I was making spaghetti. You know, I was using whatever fucking this fool fucking had because I didn't have any food in here yet. So I used some fucking noodles or pasta, whatever the fuck this fool had. And he had some Prego, some fucking spaghetti sauce shit, right? And I used that spaghetti sauce shit. I mean, I should have smelled it. I didn't smell it. I looked inside. It didn't look bad. I should have checked the date. I didn't check the date. You know, I was high, dude. I was high. It was late at night. Like, what the fuck do you expect from me? I don't expect people to have fucking 3-year-old fucking Prego spaghetti sauce in their fridge. I don't know. Personally, I like to eat all my food, and if it goes bad, I throw it away. So maybe it's my fault for thinking everybody does that. But I don't know, right? I mean, not to call out the homie, you know, who knows? Blaze, this was eating out for a while. And he offered the spaghetti, so maybe he thought it was good enough, you know? So I don't know. I'm just assuming this is what it was that got me fucked up, right? Because made the spaghetti, right? Ate it. Probably later on that night, I kind of felt a little sickness coming on again, right? But it wasn't anything to like alarm me, right? That following morning, dude, I'm fucked. My body temperature's off the chain. My body is aching as well, like my joints, my hips. It was fucked up, dude. All I was doing was drinking water and sleeping. Right? I'm done. I didn't know if it was COVID. I didn't know at first I wasn't even thinking that it was food poisoning. Like I didn't know. I had no idea. I was like, how the fuck does this happen, right? Like, what the fuck, dude? Did I just fucking lick my fingers after fucking touching a crosswalk button or something? I don't fucking know. And, you know, on top of that, I had a roast battle, right? I had the roast battle at the Comedy Store against Los Digits. And for those of you, if you don't know who Los Digits is, this dude his main art form is roast battles, right? This dude comes up with, you know, I don't know if you want to call it a character or whatever. It's his stage presence, and he's all about the roast battle. All right? And I had to go up against that dude. Cause like, you know, comedians, yeah, they like doing the roast battle, but comedians have their own agenda for doing it, right? They might just be getting into roast battles because, you know, it could possibly lead them to more connections, or some people just like it, yeah, but I don't know. But this fool he was a like a battle rapper. And then they're like, people were like, hey, bro, you should do comedy roast battles. So that's who that fool is, you know? And I was going up against him. Literally every comedian that found out about this was like, bro, you're going to get your ass whooped. This was just going to fucking clear you, dude. And I'm just like, what? Like, oh, fuck, man. Like, I can't be that terrible, right? Like, it can't be that bad where this was just going to fucking just annihilate me, right? And I've seen some of the roast battles. I've seen him. It's not like he's fucking like fucking Charles Bukowski with his words, you know what I mean? Or fucking Jack Kerouac, you know? He's one of my Mexican neighbors, basically, you know, from Bell Gardens, who's trying to fucking, he's just that fool, you know? Now look, mind you, even though I'm trying to say, oh, this is all you, he still won the roast battle, right? I mean, I think it's just sometimes it's weird to say, but it's politics in the comedy clubs. It's not politics. They know him, right? They know him a lot more than they know me. I just found out when they were announcing us, his record at the Comedy Store is 14 wins and 21 losses, right? I'm 1-2 at the Comedy Store. And mind you, one of the losses actually. So I did a show last night, and one of the dudes who was there at the roast battle, it was his show, and he told me, he's like, bro, I saw you at the Comedy Store. You should have won that shit, dude. You whooped her ass, but he was like, oh, it's because she's cute, and I was like, yeah, they know her too, so they just they gave it to her, but. Whatever, dog. Like that's just that's happened to me before, but it is what it is, and cuz like all my jokes hit, right? All the jokes hit. I think his first one didn't hit. And then yeah, like I still think consistency wise and just I felt like mine were just stronger jokes, but they gave it him. And dude, look, I just got into, I was sick the whole day. This was like my Jordan flu fucking basketball game, dude. The Jordan flu game. I don't even know the exact details of that game. I think it was like a playoff game, or it could have been a semifinals conference game. Let me see. Jordan flu game. In game 5, of the finals game. That's right, against the Jazz. Isn't that the one where he does it's the controversial push off, right? I guess. Yeah, it had game maybe 35 point clutch performer last competitor. I think so. But that's what it was, and that's what I was thinking. I was thinking like, I'm fucked up, but I'm gonna go in. I'm not gonna be like no fucking soft ass fucking what they would call foos in the basketball soft ass foos, like comparing them to the foos in the old school. So I was like, I'm gonna do this. I don't give a fuck how fucked up I feel, right? Because as the day started going, like it was less and less, right? I kind of threw up a little bit. I don't remember if it was like later on in that night or the next morning. I threw up a tiny bit. It was like more foamy shit, but the shits were just like diarrhea shits. Like it had to have been so, because I think when I was taking a shit, I was like, bro, like what? I don't know. But I went, fucking I was fucking wrapped up too, like I had my shirt, and then I had a sweater, and then I also had a jacket over that and a beanie. Dude, I looked like I was living in the fucking snow. But mind you, it has been cold, or at least that week it was fucking cold. But at the same time, my immunity was down, so it was like, yeah. But so I went, right, and right away, homeboy's like, nah, I'm going first. I'm like, all right, fuck it, that's fine, right? I didn't really have the energy to be all like, yo, this dude's fucking just taking over the stage, right? Standing in front of me, fucking like just like totally imposing himself, fucking kneeling. And okay, right, he does his fucking joke. It didn't hit. I don't care what he says. That shit didn't hit. He even tried to redo it when we were working. We were at the club. We're at Haha's for Christmas. It was a Christmas party. I mean, it's not Christmas, they just have an early Christmas party, whatever. Last week, some shit. And this dude tries to fucking reenact the whole roast battle, right? The whole roast. He tries to reenact the whole. I was like, dude, are you trying to fucking redo the roast right here, right now? He was doing his bit. I was like, I'm not doing it, right? Like, dude, you fucking won. But I'm being honest, that first joke didn't hit, right? It didn't. It wasn't good. And right away, I'm like, oh, cool, right? Everybody give it up. For Edward James almost got deported, right? That hit, dude. And right, I knew I was clear sailing, right? As soon as that one hit, I felt super comfortable. Like I didn't really think I needed to do a lot of like, but I wasn't low energy either. I was just like solid, I guess. And my first joke was like, I was like, hey, Los Digits. He was in that world famous rap group. I don't know if you guys ever heard of them, Immigrants with Attitude. Yeah, dude, they had that number one hit straight out of Crossing the Border. Boom! I even seen Brian Moses' eyebrows raised. Like, damn, like that was fucking good. I'm telling you, all the jokes hit. The joke that I thought would have hit the least, which was more of a rebuttal, and fuck it, I was like, pretty much I scrambled through whatever jokes I had like beforehand and said these are gonna be it. The one that hit the least but still kind of hit was like, this fool looks like he failed preschool. And whatever, cool, whatever the fuck. But I guess like he stole one joke at the end, and he has a relationship with Jeff Ross. Who gives a fuck? He won. I knew when it was coming down to the end because Homeboy was on his knees waiting to see what would go down. He knew it was close, and that's all I could hope for, right? That's all at the end of the day, that's all I really wanted. I don't give a fuck who wins. I just want a good show. I want the fucking judges to see the writing, and they did. Like all of them said it across the board. Like, bro, the writing was fucking dope. Like that was really good, and I was happy with it, right? I think what one of the problems is too, but here's the thing, it's not a problem. You know what I mean? Like, it's just random the way it goes. But one of the homies, the comedian homies, he was like, bro, you know what you need to do? You need to go up against someone that's kind of like on your level. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to like who knows you, I guess, and all that kind of bullshit, right? But literally the last two people before Digits, I did. I won the second one because, fucking Homeboy. Dude, shout out to Andy Stewart, but I think his were just a little bit too racy. You know what I mean? Like, racism is funny, but when it's just constantly the punchline, it's a little bit like, damn, bro, okay? We got it. You hate Mexicans, So it was cool. I won that one, but look, hey man, it just happens, right? I'm happy. I'm glad Jeff Ross seen again. Once again, this was like, bro, the writing killer, super dope. And shout out to the homie last night, Danny Archilla. This was like, hey, bro, you got some really good writing. Have you ever thought about writing for TV? And I haven't yet. I don't know when I'll get there when I start, wanting to go that route. I mean, I could start preparing, but for now, I'm just gonna keep it independent. You know what I mean? Just have some fun. I give me at least 2 more years, 1 more year. Let me get myself down. It's getting there, and once I think I feel confident enough, I'll be making the moves. It'll happen, right? But yeah, so interesting, yeah. And look, I've been the past. I'm feeling better now. You know what I mean? Been eating right, been drinking tea for the past week. Here's the thing also, I feel like I have bitch lungs right now. You know what I mean? Like every time I smoke weed, I can't help but fucking cough all crazy. So I don't know if my lungs are affected in some way right now. Eventually I got to get on some fucking health insurance and get my shit checked the fuck out, You just got to do this. You got to do it for yourself. I'm 33. I'm sure if I find some shit out now, it'll make it easier down the road. I mean, hopefully, Jesus Christ. Knock on wood, right? All right, guys. We're gonna move on to one of my favorite things to do ever, and hopefully this can become like a favorite segment for you guys too. And look, I know I haven't created the fucking email just yet. You know, I know I haven't fucking made the IG page for this fucking podcast just yet. But it's all right, dude. You know, we're not even at 100 episodes yet, okay? Maybe it's going to take 100 episodes for me to do that, right? It's in my brain. You know, I don't have people working for me. I got to do everything, you know, on my own. So, you know, give me some time. It's going to happen, you know. I do want to be communicating with the audience more. I would love to, you know, see what you guys think and just your input and all that. It'd be fun, right? So let's do another segment of fucking, or another, what do you call it? Just another thing? I don't know what the fuck you call it. Of lesser of evils. Right on, dude. Right on. Fucking. All right. This week is, what would you rather be without? Socks or underwear? And ladies, I was thinking, right? Like, are you thinking, does that include bra? I think that includes bra. So for ladies, it's double whammy for you. You don't get to cover your titties or that ass, okay? Guys, we're gonna have to deal with, you know, people seeing, you know, the lining of our penis in our pants sometimes, because the underwear is not blocking it to, you know, not show people how small your cock actually is. Right? Here's the thing for me, right? I'm going to go through all this, right? Both for me are kind of gross to not be without, right? For one, look, I'm farting all goddamn day, right? With the no underwear shit, I'm farting all goddamn day, right? And we already know that there's particles flying out of your ass when you fart, right? And I rip, dude. I fucking rip. I don't shart, right? I'm not shitting myself, but I mean, come on. Look, I guess you could call it is what it is. I'm fucking farting, bro. That shit's a good time. You should try it. And I'm not trying to fart up on all my fucking like bare ass jeans. I don't wear jeans, but my pants, right? I don't want the bare ass to pants, you know, fart combat. I feel like it's just gonna, your pants are just automatically dirty after that. You know, you got to put them in the dirty. You can't just be like, okay, I wore these. This was cool. Kind of like get to like hang it up for one more day until you wear them. And right. I mean, maybe some of you are probably like, oh, nah, you got to, if you're farting all day, you got to put, you know, even if you're wearing underwear. I tend to disagree with that. Look, obviously I'm fucking exaggerating about the all goddamn day, but I fucking fart. Most men fart, you know. Most of them are farting minimum 3 times a day. And some fools are even laughing at that, like this was a pussy, right? Okay, and then the socks. Look, dude, I'm barely getting my feet to where they should be, just fucking barely, dude. I had to fucking be scrubbing on them, putting lotion every single day. Now they're like kind of normal feet, right? One of the toenails are missing, but they're kind of normal, right? And then you're telling me I don't get any socks, right? Ever? Because you're never just wearing one type of shoe. You know, there's occasions where you're wearing different shoes, and not every shoe goes with your fucking foot without a goddamn sock. Right? Ladies, I know sometimes you guys are down for the no socks, but your shit stinks. Your shit, dude, I've had my sisters come through, these sockless bitches, right? Fucking coming through, sitting down on the couch, and you could just smell their toes. And it's like, bitch, wear some goddamn socks. There's nothing wrong with wearing socks, dude. You think it's gonna make your feet sweaty? I think it's gonna make your feet less stinky. Now, obviously, if you're wearing fucking shoes all day, if your feet are covered up all day and you're on your feet, they're going to fucking stink regardless. But I do think being sockless and fucking just wearing your goddamn shoes is just gross. right? There's got to be things falling into your shoe, right? The shit, like the particles I'm farting, if they're not sticking onto the clothes, they're falling down and into my shoe, right? You got fucking fart particles, you have fucking dirt, you have fucking anything just fucking making its way, fucking passing your ankles. Right? So for me, they're both on like the category of grossness, pretty much on the same level. Maybe some can argue, right, the underwear shit is less gross, or maybe the no socks is less gross, but for me they're both. It's like, fuck, I'm not comfortable, And then here's the thing, here's the thing, right? Like, your feet stink after not wearing any socks. My ass doesn't smell just because I'm not wearing underwear. It's not gonna make my ass fucking smell worse. You know? Didn't I just close? I think I just reopened the window so I could smoke. You guys could probably hear fucking everything. Yeah, man, I don't know. I want to say, I think because I'm on my feet more throughout the day, or at least occupationally, even when it comes to stand-up right? I mean, first half of the day, I'm usually at the pad, right? Chilling, kicking it. Who gives a fuck, right? Not necessarily on my feet. But the second half of the day, the night, I'm on my feet all night. So I think it would just be, gross, right? And right now, one of my shoes has a hole in it. So imagine if I have this fucking shoe with the hole in it and it's raining outside. Like, my foot is going to be fucked. There's going to be fucking like concrete juice, like just fucking in my shoe. And then when your feet get wet, like, it's just going to be a whole thing, I think. If I'm not wearing underwear, you know what I mean? Like, and if I bend down and my shirt raises, I got to be wearing a small ass shirt for that to be happening anyway. But maybe you got to crouch down, go all the way low, and your fucking ass crack is showing. It's not as cute when a chick's ass crack is showing. When a girl's ass crack is showing, it's like you don't even want to tell her anything. It's fine. That's cool. That's life. You know what I mean? It's like not picking a flower. You just admire it and you walk on by. You know what I mean? When a guy's ass is showing, it's like, oh, dude, are you okay? Is everything all right in your life? I mean, are you going through some mental health issues? What's going on? Because your ass crack shouldn't be, it's not appealing. The man ass crack is not appealing, I mean, yeah, that's another argument you guys can have. You could post your comments about it. But for me, I'm just going to say that, all right? But look, then again, yeah, I don't wear small shirts, so it's not like my ass crack should be showing, The main thing is, like, for me, it's going to be like, dude, I'm going to be washing my pants every goddamn week. And with no socks, that's less for me. Right? That's less laundry. Less money. See, but I'm going to be in my current position now, right? The no underwear seems fine. But I've done the no underwear now, not that long ago, and you get like the rash, right? Because the underwear blocks the pants from rubbing up against your legs, and where the growing part area is, like that connection right there where the pants connect, that will rub up against your legs, and sometimes guys in your balls, you know what I mean? It's you got the underwear is necessary. This one's a tough one, actually. I thought it was gonna be a lot easier. Like my gut is telling me, bro, just go without the underwear, right? Just because I don't know why, but just being in my shoes without socks just seems unbearable, Not only that, it's just like I would be totally uncomfortable. What if somebody wants me to take my shoes off? Like we go to someone's house, or I go to someone's house, and one of their rules are, hey, we don't have shoes in here. And my feet are just you don't think my feet are gonna fucking stink? You don't think feet fucking just stink in general? Like, if you don't wash your fucking foot for a day, even if you're not in goddamn shoes, there's gonna be a funk. Right? Am I gonna have to become like kind of just like a house person? Like, I just stay home because, you know what, bro? I just got stinky feet because I can't wear socks. I chose underwear over socks. I got to make a decision. I think you guys know what it is too. And I think I'm going to go no underwear. Yeah, the no underwear look. I can, if I have to, if I really I could be like, you know what, I'm not going to fart like this, because if I fart all up on my pants, like, I'm going to have to do laundry. Like, maybe I could rip one and it'll be fine, or two. But I can't just be ripping freely, So I could control it and be like, look, I can't be doing that. This fucking laundry bill is getting huge, And my pants are fading, right? They just start fading because you wash them too much. I don't know. I think that's my decision. I can't stand have you guys seen Dexter's Laboratory or Laboratory? I don't know. I'm gonna say labor. How do you? What? Let me look how you say how you spell that shit. Because we're about to have a fucking debate right now about laboratory or laboratory. Laboratory. Oh, it is laboratory. What? But the way it's the pronunciation is laboratory. You don't, the O is silent. Got him. Have you guys ever seen Dexter's Laboratory? Right? You remember his sister whenever she would walk and it's like squishy sound? I don't want that in my fucking foot every single goddamn day. Because your feet get sweaty no matter what time of weather, no matter what the fucking weather is. I don't give a fuck if it's cold. Your feet are getting sweaty. And I don't want that. Every step, hell no, dude. So I think I'm a sock guy, right? I'm a mid sock guy till the day I die. What's up? I don't wear the high socks too. I don't cover the calves all crazy. But, it goes like half the calf. Half the calf is cool. You know what I mean? I'm not the downest fool, but I'll be there. You know what I mean? And if it's the right situation, if it means something for me, then fuck it. Right? Or if it's the homie that needs my back, fuck it, right? But I'm not going to be with the whole fucking the fucking gang that the homie's from being like, what's up, dog, represent, you know, and nah, my socks ain't that high, bro. You know, we'll save that for the homies who got the highest. Oh yeah, dude. All right, guys. So yeah, I'm a sock guy, no underwear. I'm a sock, no underwear guy. That's who I am. Maybe you guys could put what you are in the fucking comments. Let me know what kind of person you are. And remember, ladies, that counts bras, no bras. That's underwear. I guess socks. I don't know if socks are considered. Let's not make this complicated, okay? Just keep it simple, socks or underwear. Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. I feel like all this, like, as I'm getting older, you know what I mean? The sickness stuff, I can't help but fucking think of death, right? And it's everywhere. It's fucking, death is goddamn everywhere, and I think when I was younger, I used to revel in the idea of death and all that more often. Or even I liked the meaning of it, or sometimes just the imagery of it, or not like of someone's brutal fucking death, but just the concept, the symbolism and all that. I guess when it comes to death in life, like it is just there, right? It's life, you're just alive, and there is death. Nobody will not die. Everybody will fucking die, right? And I know this is turning for a dark twist, but we're gonna go there, guys. There's black beans, you know what I mean? There's black bean dip. Sometimes we take the dark side, you know what I mean? Fucking Peruvian beans are fire, you know what I mean? They're lighter, you know what I mean? I never had any white beans, but you guys get what I'm talking about. We're on some black bean dip right now, Yeah, I just like, sometimes I'll tell people like what an age I think I would want to die. I don't think there's an exact age. I'm kind of giving a guesstimation where you're like either decrepit or like on the verge, or you're losing your mind. And I usually kind of like think that's towards your later 80s, right? So most likely I think after 85 you're gonna start going like really downhill. I mean, dude, there's people that die in their 60s, so it's like, imagine being in your 80s. I don't know. So I know I always tell people, it's like, nah, I don't want to live past like 85 or 85 to 88, whatever the fuck, because I feel like at that time you're just gonna become hella dependent, right? You're gonna be in a wheelchair. Like, people are gonna need to see your naked, saggy body from every now and then, just for some reason, because they need to bathe you, or maybe you can't wipe your ass like on your own, or I don't fucking know, right? I don't want you to see my old cock. My old cock it's just there. It's like a giant fucking growth. It doesn't do anything. Right? I haven't probably busted a nut in like 50 years. Not 50. Well, if I was in probably like, let's say fucking 30, 25 years. 25, 30 years. Right? It's not cool. My ass doesn't look good anymore. I just have hair, right? Because when you're younger, your ass looks a little better. And even though you're a hairy ass, it's like, fuck yeah, dog. This was just like a young guy with the... we got good asses, right? Some of us, let's not, But when you're old, it's just an old ass, right? And hairy. It's like, what do we do? I just gotta enjoy my. Do you know how many fucking old people are alcoholics? Right? I've bartended these fucking bars, dude. You have retired people just getting fucked up every single day. There's a guy that would go to one of the bars I worked at. He was 70s, fucking has cancer. I think he had battled it already twice. fucking has it again, and this was at the bar drinking Coors Light, with a Jameson, a shot of Jameson. I think for me, like, I don't look death. I'm not afraid of. I think I'm more afraid of dying young, and dying young without having going on without like not accomplishing the things that I want to accomplish. Right? I mean, at the end of the day, who gives a fuck if that does happen, and like, you die without thinking you've accomplished anything, right? But that's what I'm afraid of. I don't want to die too soon. I do want to live a full life, you know? But I think at the end of those years, dude, even 80, if I got to go in my 80s, I like it doesn't matter that at that time I'm fine. I lived a full life. It just it seems natural. Like, yeah, this is fine, right? But like, what if like I'm already like fighting for my life in 10 years? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I don't know. The sickness, when I got sick, all fucked up, like the fever, dude, sometimes you just think about the shit as you get older. You know what I mean? I think part of it is that's why, like, I'm like thinking, like, fuck, I don't want to drink for a month. You know what I mean? Because you're getting older and you're like, I just don't want my body to be. Your body's not going to get stronger, right? I think I'm towards the end of the prime of. Maybe, right? What do we think prime is for a young man? It's got to be from his like 25, I would say, to 40 max. And that's like probably at like that varies amongst men. You know what I mean? 25 to 40. Who knows how what people think, the exact time for what you could consider prime, but those are prime years, I think. Maybe even sooner, 25 to 35. So I don't know, man. Like I have a tattoo, an animated tattoo of death on my arm. You know what I mean? It's always like attributed with like skulls, and I love skulls. I love looking at skulls, but yeah, dude. Yeah, I wouldn't want to die too soon. I know, like my parents. They like let's not say my parents. Let's just say the Jehovah's Witness religion or whatever. I don't know what the fuck, but based on what my parents would say, they would say that like Satan created death, like because people were supposed to live forever, right? But I like sometimes the idea of living forever. I don't know, man. Like, do you really want to live forever? You're gonna outlive everybody you've ever loved, and for generations and generations. Like I mean, obviously, if you live for everybody would live forever. That's true. You know what I mean? But live forever, and how does that work? Are we just young forever? It's just a weird concept, you know what I mean? And I guess it's weird because we can't imagine it, right? But we're just like tardigrades. Tardigrades are these like molecular little microorganisms. They fucking they basically just go into like this fucking hardcore hibernation when they're in extreme environments. So if they end up like in a volcanic area, with magma, and it's just like no way they could survive. They dehydrate, like the water, whatever. They just dehydrate. They don't die. These little things can survive in space, underwater, or in like just crazy conditions. That would be pretty crazy. Because you see, that would be an amazing life, right? Because when you die, I'm sure you forget everything. Like they go into this crazy hibernation, and right, they can stay in that hibernation forever. Let's just say, for instance, they were like on this rock. There's this rock that has like, tardigrade on it, dry tardigrade on it. You can't really see them, but just suspend the disbelief, right? And somehow the molten lava brings down this rock, and eventually it cools, right? And then eventually the sky's clear, and somehow rain starts to develop there and all that. They will rejuvenate from that moisture, from that water. They will become alive again, right? That would be amazing, because I'm sure you forget it's like you're reborn. You know what I mean? I think that's that's probably the best part of life, is just like, like finding out about new things, experiencing more new things, Because other than that, life is just life. You work, you just do things, you get laid, you fucking watch TV. I don't know, whatever the fuck life is, you know what I mean? You eat, I don't know. I mean, look, I don't think I've ever talked about death out loud. You know what I mean? I used to write, like, I remember, it sounds so gay now, but I wrote a letter to death. You know what I mean? I don't know where it's at now, but it's death is an interesting concept, It definitely like kind of puts things into perspective too. You see why people are just like are desperate sometimes, because we're racing against time. If people lived forever, you think they would trip out about shit? Because it's like, if there would be no starvation if you're just living forever. Or I mean, who knows? I mean, if you're living forever, does that mean you're immortal? Who knows? I don't know. Too many variables, but it's just that's how important death is. It causes us to function a certain way in life, just naturally. Because after time of doing this or that or lack of this, you can die. Your body will know it. You will know it. God, I love comedy. If only I was great enough to tell a fucking great joke about death. That's probably some material I gotta come up with, some death shit, dude. It's oh yeah, it's a great time, man. I will. I'm going through the topics, right? I'm going through the topics of comedy little by little. I'm talking about sex, talking about religion. We'll go through the death, we'll go through the death part. Don't you worry about that, all right? We'll fucking fulfill all your fucking macabre desires, Oh yeah. All right, guys. Fucking, I think we're gonna call it a good one. Don't worry, by the way, everybody. This just to put it out there, I had to come up with something to talk about. I was fucked up, I was sick, and hey, you know what? There's nothing wrong with fucking delving into the topic of fucking death. All right, guys, fucking open your minds, your pussies. I'm not even talking right because I'm faded, but hell yeah, dude. Just, keep on looking on my shit, guys. I got shows all throughout the year, nonstop. I'm glad to be doing this again. And hell yeah, catch you guys around. Have a great weekend. Peace.